Cracking day today. I've took the 3D printed parts off the 3D printer and they're looking good. I've been and picked up a carb from Wigan, from a chap in Wigan that I know, and that's looking good. It's going to need a bit of cleaning up and stuff, but nothing too major. And then when I got back, I got a delivery of other bits. So I've got a set of bars, I've got some nuts and bolts, I've got the exhaust pack in and things like that. So we're going to get cracked on this morning with getting a few bits and pieces done. I'm going to use my 3D printed parts first and get the tank secured. And then I'm going to look at doing the Airbox bits. And then I'm going to do the exhaust packing, because that might as well be done and that little job can be finished off. And then I'm going to start taking a look at the carb. In the meantime, I need to go and pick the brake plate up at some point, which I can't really do a lot with the rear brake until I've done that. But my mate's not going to be in until later, so that'll be a job for later. And once I've got that, I'll crack on with the rear brake, and then the rear wheel can go in, and then hopefully we won't be so far off. I will have to do a bit of work on the rear brake arm, because I'll need to find a way of putting a spring in here somehow, so the lever will return to where it needs to go. But we just need to have a look at that at the time, really. So there we go. Let's get these bits and pieces out, and let's get cracked on. So I haven't checked to see whether these parts fit perfectly in the tank or not, but we'll do that now. That's looking about perfect, really. They're not too snug a fit into the frame, so they are slightly loose, so maybe I should have made them slightly thicker. But the distance between the actual tank and the spacer itself is perfect, so that should go on just nice. And then we can bolt that in. I made two little cushions for the washers, so that we don't damage the paintwork on the tank. So that should be good. So I've got the tank on, I've packed the exhaust and bolted the end piece of the silencer on, and I was just a bit worried about the bolts coming out, so I've just put some little pins in there, which will stop them from coming out. So that's good. A bit like lock wire, I suppose. And then I printed this ring last night. So this attaches to the Airbox. This is the inlet side. This is the side that goes to the carb. And then this ring is going to go on because the gap between these two pieces was too great. So it was like rattling around. So I'm going to glue a little lock nut in there, because I don't want that to be able to come out at full revs. A little nut just coming loose and flying into the engine would not be good. And then I'm going to stick a bit of instant gasket around here and push that into the airbox, and then I'm going to, again, another bit of instant gasket on here and push that onto here, and then another bit of instant gasket, effectively, so they're all sandwiched together and there's no air leak. So that's the next job. Okay, so I've got the handlebars on and the decompressor's in, and that's all working good. I was gonna put the rest of the controls on, but I've discovered with this bike there was a box of bits and there was a whole load of brand new in the packet cables. So went and got the cables, had a look at them. Not for this flipping bike. So they're actually Yamaha cables, so they're absolutely no good to me whatsoever. So I've ordered the new cables, they should be here tomorrow. Put in another few bits and pieces as well. So it's looking good. So bells are on, tanks on. I've done the work for the airbox. We're just waiting for that to the glue and everything to dry. And then I wasn't going to put anything else on there until I've got the carb on. I'm not going to do the carb today. And I've just been in plate. Now it is a used brake plate, so there are some marks on it. So I'll probably order a new one. I'll put this one on anyway, and then I'll probably order a new one, and then we can change it out. I was gonna rivet it, which I may well still do, but we'll just have to see. Just not sure at the minute. Definitely going to use that one. Might just not rivet it because it will be held in place with this pin and the actual brake actuator. I'll hold it in place. So this was the original brake plate and everything like that was on the bike. This was another one that came with it, and there are 3 more of these backing plates which I've got in the ultrasonic cleaner. And then I'm going to, I've got another one of these pins, so I'm just going to get all those bits and pieces cleaned up, and I'm going to look for a different bolt. I should have another bolt to fit that. And all of the different bits and pieces, so when we put it all together it should all be pretty much brand new. And then I can get the back wheel in the bike, it can be on its wheels, which will be a massive step forward today, so it can be on its wheels, and then I can look at doing the back brake. I can look at sorting out the carb, and I can put the rest of the plastics on, and hopefully tomorrow it'll be a running and riding bike. A good little moment that. So rear brake plate rebuilt, and rear wheel just gone in, and the just put the rear axle in, so that's all looking very good. Need to get the Might need to drill that out a little bit. That's a 10mm bolt, looks like that's an 8mm hole. So I'll drill that out to 10mm, and then that can be my brake arm, which is what it's supposed to be. It's chain guide and brake arm all in one. And then tomorrow I can work on getting the rear brake working, and everything like that. So that's really good, really chuffed with that. Very, very happy boy there. Lovely job. Please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just search Phoenix Motos.